So an overview of some of the operations you do with the router unit fixed, adjustable in position vertically, and as is the case with any router, you can advance or retract the bit position to vary the depth of cut in that direction. We're going to go in more detail about the router unit assembly and its mobility in a moment. Purpose of having this table is to support work that you can move across. There are obviously some T-slots here that are used to attach various fixtures. I'm going to move this to the side to show some of that. So you can have this operate in its fashion as here, or you can attach a short fence for holding work pieces perpendicular to the router face so as to be able to cut tenons, and these can be the standard or they can be offset, and it's capable of producing some more complex joinery. But this would allow you to hold a workpiece in this position and then use the router to do the cuts. This in turn involves having this unit capable of moving not only in a plunge direction, left and right, which I call the X axis, but also to travel forward and backward, which we're calling the Y-axis. And you can combine these to make travels in both directions. You can set limits to the travel, and that's utilized to make mortises in a repetitive fashion. And we'll go around and look at that in a moment. Other fences include a miter fence, where you can set this to a specific angle and then hold work pieces against that and use the router assembly to make tenons or mortises on these mitered edges, or make splines in the ends. This is capable of any arbitrary angle and is set to be able to engage it either from this side or the other side, depending on which end of this you need to make your cuts. Several operations are done with the workpiece held parallel to the face of the router. This fence provides for that. You can square the fence up against the workpiece such as here. Lock it down. And now this edge parallels this edge, and you can work off this face for mortises. Hold down a variety of other jigs attached to this long fence. One of those designs is set to hold clamping blocks that slide along that long fence and allow you to hold pieces where you're going to cut slots in the face. These were used to hold the handle end of a tray where pre-drilled holes were to be turned into the handhold for the tray. There's also some geometry here that was produced on this machine that shows some of the detail, along with hidden or floating tenons that would set into these mitered ends, also produced with the unit. Now let's take a look at the router unit assembly more closely.